When I was 3.5 years old, I started having epilepsy. From 3.5 to 6 years old, I had a grand mal. I constantly, from when I started having the complex partials, after 2 different medicines combined, I would be 3 days off, 3 days with, 3 days off, 3 days with, all the way up until I was 16 and a half. In 1999, my mom read an article about this thing called the vagus nerve stimulator. She went to the seminar first, and during that seminar, the person who became the speaker became my doctor. I went through a lot of testing, and in February of 2000, I had brain surgery for my epilepsy. I've been seizure-free since my last seizure was on February 21st, 2000. My brain surgery was on February 24th, 2000. I have been seizure-free ever since, with very few auras in between. I have also started battling migraines 6 years after my seizures, but that's been related to another condition, not the seizures. I was battling PTSD for a long time from being abused in high school, middle school, some in middle school, my summer rec program, and on and on. I suffered PTSD for a long time. In 2009, I was coming home from hanging out with a friend at night. I ran into a man as we were crossing each other. He was trying to tell me it's okay, meaning he was not going to hurt me. That's when it started having this game of battleship games of panic attacks. When finally in 2012, when I thought about adding anti-reflectants to my glasses, that's when my panic attacks went away. A year later, in 2013, I asked my pastor, who I was really good friends with, how can I forgive the people who abused me? Because I knew at this point I was ready to forgive. He said, write a letter to each and every person, tear it up and put it in your wallet. Every time I opened up my wallet to get my keys or my money out, the papers all fluttered away. My pastor also said to congregation, every Sunday you can pray at the chancel at the ending hymn. I went up 2 different times. The first ending hymn, it did not work for me. I don't remember what the ending hymn was, but it did not click. Another time I went up later on, the ending hymn was Down the River to Pray. When I went up and prayed again on that ending hymn, the Down the River to Pray, God, can you please help me forgive and let go of my PTSD? He jolted my heart and took away my PTSD, and I found forgiveness. That was the beginning part of wanting me to overcome my cerebral palsy. Half of it I overcame. When I was working on OT stuff for my tendonitis in my left arm, I finally prayed to God to overcome my claustrophobia and agoraphobia. I overcame that. I have been in 3 different car accidents. 2 was with my grandfather. I also got hit by a minivan hood by my grandfather's house. I've been in 3 different bus accidents. I have been in 5 almost bus accidents. I have fallen a few times, but I look at some of it's from my autism, but I look at myself like, and despite spraining my right ankle too, I look at myself like, okay, God had 2 options. He could have taken me up early, but instead, because he has seen me overcome all these other challenges, he's allowing me to fight osteoarthritis all over my body, because his purpose in life is for me to show the community and challenge the community that no matter what they go through, they can win out with God's grace. That's also partially why I created my own business, to help the community and challenge the community with overcoming their challenges. And that's how I have prospered my life.